tonight at 6.
I've been trying to wrap my head around it. I don't understand. I mean, if one of my kids was sitting there like that, the first thing to do would be to take him to the hospital.
A Bemidji woman is in jail and waiting to be sentenced for abusing her adult daughter who has special needs.
And now other family members are speaking up for the first time after calling our whistleblower hotline. Valley News Team's Joshua Pagero talked with the victim's father, who says his daughter was on the brink of death.
A court case is splitting a Bemidji family after documents reveal a special needs woman was nearly killed by her mom.
That's been a toll. I don't think I've had a full paycheck since October now. With traveling to Fargo and Bemidji and stuff.
Marty Serba says he's having a hard time wrapping his head around the arrest of the mother of his 20-year-old daughter. Karen Ganetta pleaded guilty to 2 counts related to child abuse. On October 2nd, investigators responded to Ganetta's home after receiving a tip from the child's aunt. The home was covered in trash, animal urine, and feces, according to court documents.
She was laying in a soiled bed with no sheet, just on a mattress with a comforter over her.
And police say that same room had vomit on the floor. Her health was so bad, first responders reportedly were not sure if the vulnerable adult was even alive. But eventually, they detected a breath.
It seems like she has no remorse for anything that she's done. She hasn't asked about her daughter. She hasn't asked if she's fine or anything since they've been separated.
Doctors say the woman was malnourished and severely dehydrated.
She was covered in bruises from head to toe. And I was asking her how she got them, and she was explaining to me that if she wanted to go to the bathroom or to her bedroom, she had to crawl there.
Serba says his daughter is staying with him now and has gone from 90 pounds to 140 since October. In Bemidji, Joshua Pagero, Valley News Live.
Sentencing for Karen Ganetta is February 3rd. She remains in the Beltrami County Jail. If you need help uncovering an issue in your community, here's some advice. Call our whistleblower hotline. The phone number is on your screen, 701-237-6576. Call that number and leave your tip, and a member of our investigative team will go to work to expose the truth.
There's a travel alert for northeastern North Dakota right now due to icy road conditions. That includes Grand Forks, Grafton, Drayton, Pembina, and surrounding areas. Before we get to noticeably warmer temps, let's find out about tonight's time in the deep freeze with Nathan, who's here with your No Wait weather planner. Nathan?
Yeah, Andrea, we're seeing those southerly winds really kicking up some of that snowfall, which could cause some slippery roadways tonight and even through tomorrow as well. So if you're out snow blowing some of those snow drifts, make sure to snow blow from south to north. As you can see in our Dakota Magic Casino Skycam, a bit of a breeze out there near the Hankinson area, and the south wind will persist as we go through the night, which will work to warm our temperatures up from where they are now by the time we head to the bus stop tomorrow morning. Air temperature right now, 11 in Bemidji is the warm spot, but we're at -2 in Thief River Falls, -6 in Fergus Falls. Minot, the big winner, at 18 degrees. Wind chills, again, with that southerly wind at about 10 to 15 miles per hour right now. It has those wind chills in the -20 degree range for most of us. -18 in Fargo, -22 in Thief River, so it will be chilly. So if you are trying to dig out some of those snow drifts from the past weekend, make sure to cover up any of those exposed skin, as a frostbite can happen in about 15 to 20 minutes with those wind chills around -20. But clear skies tonight means things will not be too bad in the weather department, but we are tracking that warm up, and so I'll break down how warm it gets and how long it stays warm coming up here in a couple minutes.
Sounds good. Warm up.
That's
Thanks,
right.
Nathan.
A South Fargo man says a woman claiming to be a Jehovah's Witness knocked on his apartment door last night, but says he never buzzed anyone into his building. And while door knocking is no unfamiliar task for the Jehovah's Witness, it wasn't something members were doing last night. Member Guy Howie says it's unusual to find a member at your door without an iPad, meeting invitation, or Bible reading in their hands, adding members usually travel in twos and will never ask you for money. Fargo police say that they haven't heard of any incidents like this recently, but they also urge you to report any suspicious activity by calling them 701-451-7660.
The city of Fargo will be out cleaning streets in the downtown area again tonight, and they're reminding you to move your car or get towed. All cars were ordered off the east and west roads last night so plows could clean up after this weekend storm. The same thing goes for tonight starting at 2 a.m., this time on the north-south routes. You can still use city ramps and lots to park, and you can also park on the roads that were just cleared.
The search continues tonight for a missing 16-year-old in Bemidji. Benjamin Lowry Jr. was last seen near the public library Friday night. Police say that Lowry left the area voluntarily and nothing about the case seems suspicious. He was wearing khaki jeans, a black hooded sweatshirt, gray Nikes, and a baseball cap. Call police if you have any information.
The Minnesota Census Bureau is looking for thousands of part-time workers to knock on doors this spring. They are 60% of the way toward the goal of nearly 39,000 applicants. About 8,000 more temporary workers will be hired to help count everyone living in Minnesota. Wages range from $16 to $22 an hour. Most Minnesotans will get their first invitations by mail in mid-March to answer census questions.
Election Day 2020 is only 288 days away, just in case you're keeping track. North Dakota Democrats can start voting for their presidential race as of today. Eligible North Dakota voters can request a mail-in ballot until February 5th. While these ballots can be filled out before the Iowa caucus on February 3rd, they won't be counted until the in-person caucus on March 10th. The North Dakota ballot includes 12 of the candidates running. However, only one name on the ballot this year was also on the ballot in 2016. That's Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders, who won the North Dakota caucus with 64% of the vote.
A wrongful death lawsuit filed by Prince's family members has been quietly dismissed. Family members have reached settlements with defendants, including the Minnesota doctor who saw Prince in the weeks before his death and the Illinois hospital that treated him for an opioid overdose 7 days before he died. Prince died of an accidental fentanyl overdose in April of 2016. No one was criminally charged in his death, and the source of the counterfeit pills he took remains unknown.
If you're a fan of the Minnesota State Fair, entering the gates will be different this year. The State Fair is adding metal detectors to all 11 gates. The process will be similar to what people experience at big venues such as the Xcel Energy Center or U.S. Bank Stadium.
A South Moorhead watering hole has closed. On its Facebook page, O'Leary's says as of today, it's taking on a new internal and management team. It goes on to say, we are working hard behind the scenes to move in a new, positive direction. In order to do this process properly, we feel that closing indefinitely is our only option at this time. The name will not be changing, and updates on reopening will be posted on social media.
Later on Valley News Live at 6, what it took for a North Dakota family to first understand and then help in treating their child's disease.
And temperatures in Fargo stay fairly steady, maybe dropping a degree or two from here, but then warming through the overnight with those south winds. And those south winds will make for some warmer temperatures. I'll let you know what you can expect for your work week next.